This movie started with a lab where a lot of people were killed due to an infection. There were also some lizards that were coming back to life after dying due to the infection. There was also a doctor in this lab who was going to give an injection to his unconscious daughter, which he had made with his experiment. Before he could do this, a woman came here with some of her friends and forbade the doctor scientist to do this. She said that many people are being terminated because of your experiment, so let your daughter die in peace. The doctor said that this time I have passed my experiment. I have made a successful formula, so I can't go back now. Saying this, he started giving his daughter an injection. The woman's co-officer shot the doctor, causing him to be injured and fall down. Suddenly, the whole building started shaking badly. When they looked outside, there was a big earthquake due to which the buildings were falling apart. Suddenly, their building also fell down and was destroyed. Everything was destroyed. The story now comes after 3 years. The city was in a bad state because of that earthquake. Nothing was left, neither anything to eat nor clean water to drink. That's why everyone calls this destroyed place a bad land. Here, a boy comes to hunt, whose name is Ji-won. He sees a crocodile in front of him. Ji-won shoots an arrow, sets it on fire, and aims at the crocodile, which hit exactly on his head. But this did not affect the crocodile, and now he starts moving fast to attack Ji-won. Ji-won hides in the car and starts saving his life. But the crocodile also starts trying to get inside. Before he makes Ji-won his prey, a man named Nam-san comes and pulls the crocodile out. He ends him with his weapon, saving Ji-won's life. It was found that Ji-won and Nam-san lived together after the destruction. In this bad situation, both of them hunt and arrange for food for themselves and others, because of which their name becomes Badland Hunters. There were many people living in the settlement. They cleaned the water and made it drinkable. One of them was a girl named Lee. She used to live with her grandmother. Nam-san was making food from the crocodile and giving its meat to people. In return, he did not take money but water or something else, because in this era, money had no importance. Lee was very good at making sketches. She had made a sketch for Nam-san, which he liked a lot, so he gave a big piece of meat to Lee. Then the goons come here in a car. They had come to take some people with them. As soon as they see Lee, they also try to take her with them. Seeing this, Ji-won beats them to teach them a lesson, but they were too many in number, so they caught Ji-won and started beating him. Nam-san fights those goons, and because he is very brave, he alone dominates everyone. He hits everyone and throws them. Then he tells the goons to go and tell their boss not to act smart in this area. This area belongs to Nam-san. After hearing the name Nam-san, all the goons immediately run away. After this, Lee also takes her grandmother home. After a while, when Nam-san and Ji-won also started going back, they saw some people near Lee's house. Seeing this, they immediately started going to Lee to see what the matter was. A woman had come here with some of her friends. She introduced herself as a teacher. She came to take Lee and her grandmother. She started telling them that the government has made arrangements for people to eat and drink inside the building. The biggest thing is that there is also clean water there. We have been ordered to bring the young children there with their parents so that the young generation of humans can be saved. Nam-san says that if there is clean water, then the goons must also attack, right? The woman replies that we have deployed soldiers outside to stop them, so no goon can enter that building. We teach the children there and give work to their parents. And if someone is old, they are treated well. Now, Lee asks the teacher whether they can take these two, Nam-san and Ji-won, with them. The teacher does not answer at all, saying, because they don't belong to your family, right? That's why we only have to take the people of the family. Nam-san says to Lee, don't worry, son, we will keep coming to meet you. If you want to go there, then go. After which, she takes her grandmother and leaves with them. Apart from Lee, these people had chosen many other children and their parents. As they walked, it became night. Here was Lee's friend too. After which Ji-won and Nam-san both go out to hunt. Because of walking there, Lee's grandmother was very tired. Besides her, there was another old man. Their condition gets worse. That's why the teacher says, you two need to take care of the doctor. We have a medical camp at a distance. You go there with our friends and live comfortably. You will be treated very well. The rest of you will be called tomorrow. But Lee refuses to go without her grandmother. Grandma tells her, I will come tomorrow. So you go with these people, so that's why she has to agree. Both the old people were sent with the people of the teacher, while Lee goes ahead with the rest. But after a little distance, they end up Lee's grandmother and the old man. Meanwhile, coincidentally, Nam-san and Ji-won also come here to hunt. They see these people ending Lee's grandmother. Ji-won goes ahead to stop them, but they start shooting at him. That's why Nam-san ends them all. But the dead people get up and start fighting again, which surprises both of them. A girl comes and saves their lives. She fights them and ends their heads. Then they get ended. It was found that the girl is a force officer. She tells them that they can only be ended by removing their heads. Other than this, they cannot be ended in any way. Nam-san says, "Why? What are these people?" The force officer starts telling them obviously after the earthquake, the situation was very bad. During that time, my colleagues and I got a building which was fine at that time. Some people were also living here, and they also had water to drink, so that's why we started living in this building to protect everyone. Meanwhile, a scientist doctor came there, and because he was the only doctor left, he could help everyone. Thinking this, we let him stay with us. The scientist doctor is no one else but the one we saw at the start. She says, "Our biggest mistake was that we trusted that scientist doctor. Ever since he came to the building, the children there started disappearing one by one. We knew that this was the job of the doctor. I don't know what he did with them, and in this, my senior officer was also supporting him. But when I couldn't stop myself, I went to the doctor and asked him about the children. Then my senior officer told me that the doctor is working for our well-being. Then the doctor started explaining to me that because of my experiment, we can live in any difficult situation. Also, we won't die easily." She says, "I didn't understand anything at that time. So to make me understand, the senior officer shot at a colleague and ended up killing him. But the next moment he was alive and stood up again. Then the doctor started telling me, this is how I saved myself at the time of the earthquake. Then he tells the real thing, all this was possible because of my experiment, with which I prepared the formula dose. That's why now we need children from 10 years to 20 years old, because only through them can I make this thing. By taking out a special kind of thing from them, that dose medicine, in a way, makes us immortal. We never die from it." The force officer tells them, "I didn't want to support them in this. That's why I opposed them. My senior officer shot and tried to end me. So I had to run away from there." Then the force officer says, "The reason is that the doctor is looking for children under the age of 10 to 20 years old, with whom he can make the formula dose more. And now we will have to stop them." After hearing all this, Nam-san says that now I have to save Lee, but before that I have to go somewhere else. After which Nam-san and Ji-won bury Lee's grandmother. There, the head of the goons was shown, who was fighting with another group, but here Nam-san comes and stops them. But the head of the goons, as soon as he saw Nam-san, sent his partners to end him. But here Nam-san, Ji-won, and the force officer end the goons. There Lee and the rest of the people come to the building, where the doctor himself welcomes them. He says that you will get all the facilities here for food, clean water, and good upbringing of your children, so that we can prepare for a good future together. Here all the children are given clean water bottles to drink, for which Lee does not drink now, but keeps it with her. After which everyone was sent inside. It is also informed that the children will be kept separate and their parents on a separate floor, so that the children can concentrate on their studies. But yes, sometimes meetings will be held, in which the children will be able to meet their parents. Now all the parents were taken to a separate floor from there, where they have to clean the water. Actually, a rule was made here, whose children will come with good marks, their parents will be given good food. You will get a lot of facilities to live in. Along with that, they will not have to work. The system was going on here, which was made by this doctor himself. Now Lee and her friend are taken to a class, where both are very surprised to see that the children are not doing anything. Along with that, there is a bandage on their necks. And the doctor gives a dose-filled injection to the senior officer so that he can stay alive. Actually, this formula dose was a kind of virus which gives life to humans but also makes them animals from within. There, Nam-san, along with the other goons, also makes their head a prisoner. That he starts asking the head about clean water. Then the head tells us that we have got this water and food from a building. We take people to them as they say. In return, we get all this. But nowadays, they are asking for more children. That's why my people came to your area that day, so that they can take the children with them. Hearing this, Nam-san tells him that you will take us to that building tomorrow. Saying this, he hits the head of the goons hard and makes him unconscious. There, the doctor himself comes to the class and says, "Children, you are the future of our country. Drink all the water you have been given and eat food too." Then he tells that I am working on such a formula by which people do not need food and water for years. Now, as long as we are preparing that formula, you keep drinking this clean water. Now, Lee here asks the question from the doctor that you have so much food and water, then why are you giving all this to us children? So many people are dying of hunger and thirst outside. Why don't you give all this to them? To which the teacher replied, because the doctor has chosen you. Actually, he had lost his daughter in the earthquake. That's why he has now decided to prepare our future for you. Now here the doctor asks Lee's friend, will you be part of our experiment, to which she agreed. Lee leaves her room to investigate that place. Lee's friend's parents insist on meeting their daughter. The doctor refuses them first, but when they don't listen, the doctor himself takes them to the lab to meet them, where he had started doing some experiments with Lee's friend. She was lying unconscious. Seeing this situation, her parents ask the doctor, what have you done to her? When the doctor says, do you know why we are doing this? Because we get a special liquid from these children's throats that ends with the growing age. So at this age we have to remove that liquid, with the help of which I have made such a formula cure, with which any person can become immortal. Because of this cure, I have kept my daughter alive by saying this. He shows them his daughter, whose body had only the upper part left. Even after such a condition, her heart was beating. Now seeing her condition, the girl's parents were very scared. To wake up their daughter, they touch her, which the doctor had forbidden them to do. As soon as this happens, saliva starts coming from her mouth. She starts suffering, and this way she dies. Seeing this, her parents were very sad, and now the doctor was also very scared. Now he also attacks her mom, dad, and ends them. Here Lee was also hiding. Then he also sees Lee there and is very happy, because now Lee was his last hope. He also forcibly holds her and puts her in that machine, which will draw water from her throat. He tells Lee that the water we gave you to drink, it makes our work easier. After drinking the water, that special kind of liquid gathers in the throat of the child, which I immediately remove. As soon as he tells this, he puts a mark on Lee's throat. Nam San, Gi-1, and the force officer were taken towards the building by the head of the goons. But then a soldier stops them. That's why Nam San keeps ending the soldiers and moving forward. Then he enters the building with the truck, and now they get off the truck and end all the soldiers. Now the force officer takes Nam San and Ji-won to a place where her companions were tied up. But they saw that now they have become zombies. Actually, this was the result of the doctor's failed experiment, that they became zombies. Before they could harm them, they started fighting with the zombies and started ending them. Meanwhile, Nam San tells them to go up and save Lee. On the way, the force officer met her senior officer. That's why she starts fighting him. Then Ji-won moves forward. During their fight, we saw that the senior officer's eyes became very strange due to the experiment. And now, after beating the force officer a lot, he throws her out of the building, which made her unconscious. At gunpoint, Ji-won came out with the teacher. By then, Nam San had also come out after ending everyone. He tells Ji-won that you go ahead. I teach this senior officer a lesson. In the lab, the doctor tells Lee that we didn't need the old people. That's why your grandmother was ended. After hearing this, Lee was very sad. Now the doctor removes the liquid from her body and first makes medicine. Then he injects it inside himself. But this makes the doctor's condition worse. Strange scars start appearing on his face. While smiling at this, Lee says, I didn't drink the water you gave me. That's why you're going to die now. After hearing this, the doctor was very confused. Their Nam San beat the senior officer a lot, but it was not affecting him. That's why Nam San finally marks his throat with a broken window, which is now over. From behind, a soldier girl comes and attacks Ji-won. Taking advantage of the situation, the doctor puts his daughter in the bag. Along with that, some injections also come out from here. While leaving, he also throws a bomb here. There was an explosion, but Ji-won saved himself and Lee. The parents of the children below were very scared to see this explosion. They catch the doctor who is trying to escape from here. Everyone starts beating him. Meanwhile, the force officer also regained consciousness, but now the doctor has gone completely crazy and starts ending everyone with a gun. Blindly, he fired bullets. During this, he didn't notice that he had kept his daughter in the bag. One bullet is fired on it. And now, when he opened the bag and saw his daughter was dead. So now, after losing his daughter, he started crying badly. Looking at him like this, Lee asks, what happened? You couldn't save your daughter. With this, the doctor got angry. He picked up the gun. As soon as he starts ending Lee, Nam San shoots him and ends him. By doing this, everyone was very happy because the problem was solved, and now no one's life will be in danger. The force officer says, now I will stay in this building when Nam San comes back with Ji-won and Lee. On the way, these people also stay near Lee's grandmother's grave. Here Lee cries a lot. And now we were shown the time after a few days, where Lee is living with Nam San and Ji-won, because they live like a family and take care of each other. The film also ends here. Thanks for watching.